Hey y'all, Donnie Keith here, aka Auntie Peaches from the Aunties Radio Show, also on The Voice of Reason. I'm here to say that ever since my man started taking A game, he's been on top of his A game. What? When I say A game, I mean his A game. He's more focused. He's definitely working out more. His attitude is better. And he's not complaining of all over body aches due to poor blood circulation, because A-Game provides great blood circulation, if you know what I mean, ladies. That blood circulation. Sometimes I have to hide the A-Game in the bushes when I'm out walking the dog just because I want some sleep, if you know what I mean, ladies. Stay on top of your A-Game, fellas. Get your A-Game.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love, much love. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Salute to everybody that's here. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Salute to y'all, man. Shout out to all of the visionaries in the building. Shout out to the A-Game Nation. We back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV with another one. I appreciate all the love and the support. Appreciate all the love and the support, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the show. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the show. Make sure y'all share the show, man. Once again, shout out to everybody. Let me get over here and give some shout outs before I start the show. Shout out to Just J in the building. Much love. Shout out to you, Just J. Shout out to Hannibal in the building. Salute. Ricky Webster. Salute, family. Shout out to my man, Sir O in the building. Shout out to Rob Mack. Salute, Rob Mack. Shout out to Miss Linda Anderson. What's going on, Miss Linda? See who else up in here. Well, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to everybody that's listening from the clouds. Salute to y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the show. And I definitely had to bring this topic to y'all today, man, because once again, we have another sad situation with another dear brother of ours, man. And it's just crazy on how this stuff continues to happen. You know, not to say that it's never gonna happen again, but we have to speak about this, brothers. We have to. We just have to. Shout out to Ty's Craziest. Much love, baby girl. Appreciate you. And I know we all heard the news about Ian Alexander Jr., which is Regina King's son. I know we all heard about this. And when I read this article that I'm getting ready to get into for today's show, I was taken back by it. I was definitely taken back by it because the situation, it's like the situation just hit so close to home. I'm like, I have to speak about this. Because not only does it hit home for me, but I know it's gonna hit home for a lot of us brothers, especially if at one point or another you was the only son or the only child of a single mom, you know? So let's get into the article. Let's get into the article. I'm going to share my screen. And the article is from People's Magazine. It says Regina King's son, Ian Alexander Jr., dies by suicide. He cared so deeply. Now, as we know, one thing that is always said about black men is black men don't have any feelings. Black men don't love nobody. Black men are selfish. Black men just don't care. These statements are constantly made about black men, but time and time again, we see that that is not the case. And what bothers me so much is, why does it have to take us to die for the world to see our humanity? Why does it take us to die for the real story about who we are as men, our character? Why does it take for us to die for everyone to then say how loving we are, how much we do care, how much we do sacrifice, how much we do suffer in silence for the people that we love, for the people that we care for? Why does this have to be spoken about when there's a casket with our bodies laying in it? This is why I say, brothers, we're our own agency. Because now it's, oh, he cared so deeply. Of course, that's going to be said now. But let's get into the article, because I went on and on and on. Ian Alexander was King's only child, whom she shared with her ex-husband, record producer Ian Alexander Sr. Now, with that being said, we already know that at some point or another, Regina and Ian Sr. broke up and they divorced. And you could just look at that guy's face, and rest in peace to the brother, man. But you could just look at his face and you could tell that that broke him. When his family broke up, that broke him. And that's what usually happens to a lot of us young black boys. And we never recover from these things. And the reason why we never recover is because we are taught to just get over it, to just deal with it, to just mull over it. You see? And we go on in our life and, we just keep striving to be the best versions of ourselves. We just try to go on and try to build without healing. This is what happens. Regina King's son, Ian Alexander Jr., has died by suicide, People confirms. His 26th birthday was Wednesday. Now, this is when I first read this article. This is exactly why I'm doing today's show. Because he's 26. He just turned 26, but he turned 26 on Wednesday. Wednesday was my birthday. So me and this young man shares the same birthday. So he killed himself days after his birthday. He's a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn. So I know how he feels about his family. I know me and him have the same birthday. I know how he felt about his mother and his father being together, because I know how I felt. And I know how I felt when my family was tore apart also. It's something very hard to get over. You never get over it. You just learn to accept it. You just learn to accept it. But this is the main reason why I said I have to talk about this. Me and him shares the same birthday. So I know that he's had a lot of this stuff weighing on him for a long time. Because as Capricorns, we hold a lot in. And we hold a lot in for a long time. We can bear a lot. We can bear a lot. Trust me. We're earth signs. So I know that this young man he's been going through a lot, man. And he was only 26. So it was a lot, not only because of his family situation, but his parents are celebrities. So I know that weighed on him even more. But let's continue with the article. Our family is devastated at the deepest level by the loss of Ian, King says in a statement sent to People. He is such a bright light who cared so deeply about the happiness of others. Pay attention to that. He cared. He is such a bright light who cared so deeply about the happiness of others. But black men don't care about nobody. Black men don't love nobody. Right? Black men are selfish. Black men don't know how to love nobody. Most black men hate their mothers. Then why black men committing suicide at such a high goddamn rate nowadays? If all of that bullshit is true. Why you got so many young black men taking their lives? Why? because they don't love nobody, because they selfish, because they don't care about nobody. Our family asks for respectful consideration during this private time. Thank you. He was King's only child, who she shared with her ex-husband, record producer Ian Alexander Sr. Following in his father's musical footsteps, Ian was a DJ. He was a DJ. What does DJ specialize in? Making everybody happy, keeping the party going, putting smiles on people's faces. That's the job of the DJ. That's the job of the DJ. King previously told people that he was an amazing young man. Despite her growing success as an actor and director, King said at the time that Ian was her biggest source of pride. After separating from Ian's father in 2007, after 9 years of marriage, King admitted being a single parent wasn't always easy, but that nothing is stronger than her love for her son. Okay, let me translate that. Let's translate that. What they're really trying to say is she struggled after the divorce emotionally, and her son was her support system. He was there. He was the shoulder to cry on. He was the one who had to bear the burdens that his mother left. He was the sacrificial lamb now. He was the man of the house. He had to provide the 3 P's because he can't provide the 4th one, which is procreation, because that's his mother. But he was the masculine light in the house. He was the lighthouse. You heard what she said? He was a bright light. He was the lighthouse. Make sure y'all go and check that video out. Are you a lighthouse or a strobe light? Ian became the lighthouse. That's why he was a bright light. He was her source of pride. Because he was the man. And this is what a lot of us have to become. Because she couldn't be proud of her relationship with his father. So those nights when she coming home stressed because she had a bad day at the job, she taking that shit out on Ian. See, but they're not going to say that because Ian committed suicide. So they don't want to put no bad press out there, because Regina King is known. But that's the goddamn truth. Let's translate it. That's what happened. When she was going through all of that shit, he had to deal with it with her. She put it on his foot. She put it on his doorstep. She said, son, here, you the man now. Here. We gotta fix this, son. He just turned 26. He just turned 26. So that means he was forced to be the man at a teenage age. They divorced in 2007. It's 2022. That's 15 years ago. He was only 26. He had to be a man at a preteen. He had to be the emotional support for his mother at 10, 11, 12 years old. He's only 26. When he died, 26 years old. Do the math. Do the math. This is what happens to black men because we don't have any agency. His father off in the music industry. Shout out to Ricky Webster. He said, one love, props due. Salute, my brother, one love. His pops, you know, him and his pops' relationship probably was a little rocky because, you know, she was feeding his head with bullshit. And then, you know, he probably had, you know, some issues with his father because his father just left him. And as he got older, he wanted answers about that he probably never got. Or he probably got some answers and couldn't deal with it. But this is what black men got to deal with. We're left to make sure everyone is happy while we suffer. This is what happens. And this is what happened to this young man. That's a fact. Ricky Webster, he was 11 years old. He's 11. When my family split up, I was 5. So I started dealing with my mother emotional trauma and all of the shit that she dealt with before my father and while she was with my father. And then when they split up, I was left to deal with all of that, starting from the age of 5. I had to learn how to console my mother at 8 years old, crying. Don't cry, Mom. I'm a little boy. I had to learn how to not cry, to be there for my mother. What you think Ian was doing with his mother? What do you think happened to the majority of us? Let's continue with the article. You don't know what unconditional love is. You may say you do, but if you don't have a child, you don't know what that is. She explained at the time. When you experience it, it is the most fulfilling thing ever. In honor of his mom's 50th birthday last year, Ian paid tribute to the multi-hyphenate on Instagram, writing, "Happy birthday to my co. So extremely proud of you and inspired by your love, artistry, and gangster." Peep that. Proud of you and inspired by your love, artistry, and gangster. And gangster. So you know she put that boy through some shit. That's obvious. She put him through some things. Because he added that gangster. That us young black men have to learn the love coming from our mothers. See? That gangster, that sass, that extra, that mouthy shit, that loud talking, that I gotta come through and check something, that type of energy. You think he didn't deal with that with his mama? I know he did. Me and him got the same birthday. I know he did. Me and him got the same birthday. I know we went through that with his mama. I went through that with mine. And everybody that I know personally, or even if it's crazy, because even if I don't know them personally, when I hear a story, they went through the same thing with their mother. My homeboy that I met in college, shout out to my man Julio, because he might be watching. He went through that with his mother. Me and him got the same birthday, January 19th. And just like I'm older than Ian, Julio's older than me. Went through the same shit. That we love our mother. They got a love, nurturing side, but that gangster shit was present and very prevalent. And we had to learn how to deal with that. We had to learn how to deal with it. Happy birthday to my co or CO. So extremely proud of you and inspired by your love, artistry, and gangster. To be able to watch you take this lifetime by its neck and make it yours is something I will forever be grateful for. He continued, but to have you as my mother is the greatest gift I could ask for. Black men don't love their mothers. We don't love our mothers, though. This boy sacrificed and gave his life for his mother. He gave his life for his mother. That's what he did. He gave his life for his mother. He had to learn how to be a man as a boy because to take care of his mama. To take care of his mother. To protect and provide and problem solve for his mother. You know how many of us had to do that? My uncles had to do that for my grandmother. I had to do that for my mother. My cousins had to do that for their mother. Oh, but black men hate their mothers. Really? Really? But to have you as a mother is the greatest gift I could ask for. To be all that you are while always having the time to be there, love and support me unconditionally is truly remarkable. The whole Marvel universe ain't got shit on you. You're the real superhero. Love you, Mom. This day and every day, yo day. He love his mother. Now, some of you dudes may make a little fun of that. Oh, he's a mama's boy. Da 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 da. But what do you expect? His pops was gone when he was 11. And from the looks of things, him and his pops really wasn't on good terms. Which really can affect a Capricorn, especially a Capricorn male. Because the one thing about Capricorn men is we're about authority. Because the Capricorn in the zodiac represents the father, the fatherly energy. You see? This is why he's sitting up there. Look how older he looks in the picture with his mom. He looks like his father. So I know the lack of relationship that him and his dad probably had, and this is just me speculating from what I'm reading, that affected him, which could have also catered to him taking himself out. Trust and believe this. Capricorns, we are big on family. We are big on relationships with our family, relationships with people. And the people that we love, we're definitely big on that. We definitely want people to know that we love them. We care about them. We're going to protect them. We're there for them. And we also want that in return. We also want that in return. But a lot of times we don't get it. But that doesn't stop us from giving. And this is not just with Capricorns. This is what most men. This is what most men. Why? Because our nature is to be selfless. It's in our nature to be selfless. So, okay, we not getting it now. But that's not going to make us pull back. Most men don't pull back. We don't pull back our support. We don't pull back our love and our care because we not getting it right away from a person. Most of us, we don't do that because that's not the nature of who we are. We're not selfish. Soon as we not getting something in return, we shut it down. We don't even think like that. Men don't think like that. Men don't act like that. You see? So the relationship or the lack of relationship that he may have had with his dad, it definitely played a part. It definitely played a part in him taking himself out, man. This is why I say we're our own agency, brothers. We can't forget that we have to be there for each other. Because there's a lot of brothers who wake up every day with the notion to take themselves out. So let's continue. The pair also has matching tattoos. He took this brother took on the energy of his father. Y'all don't see this? He has matching tattoos of unconditional love with his mom. That is something a husband and wife do. And I love my mother unconditionally, but me and my mother not getting matching tattoos. Me and my wife don't even have matching tattoos. But that's something that husband and wives do. That's intimate. So y'all are seeing right in front of y'all what happens to us as black boys. He stepped into the position of his father completely. Now, I'm not sitting here saying he was doing anything crazy with his mother. I'm not saying that. But he felt that he had to do this. And I'm pretty sure his mother used to say this to him. It's just me and you, baby. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. You see? That registers different in a man's or a young man's or a baby boy's mind hearing that from his mother than him hearing that coming from his dad. See, understand this. When your dad is telling you it's just me and you, son. Let's go back to the Tupac song. It's just me against the world. Me and you against the world. I got nothing to lose. This is me against the world. When your father tell you it's just me and you, son, what that registers in my mind is, okay, it's time for us to go back to back. We got to protect each other through this mission. It's me and you. We got to hold each other down. It's me and you. See, when your mother tell you that, it's more emotional. It's now, I need you to be here for me. Because nobody else is. See, that's what registers. That's what registered to this young man. I gotta be my father. I gotta be the husband for my mother. I have to behave in this manner. Do he look 26 in that picture? And that probably was an old picture because he took himself out a couple of days after his birthday. So he probably was much younger than he probably was under 25 in that picture, maybe. He looked like he about 30. Because that's the energy he's vibrating on. He's vibrating on a more mature energy, which most Capricorn guys do anyway. You know, I used to have women telling me, you know, I looked 30 when I was 21. Just because of my facial hair and, you know, it's how I carry myself. But this is what happens to a lot of us black men. Because what? We want everyone to be happy while we suffer. We want everyone to be happy while we suffer. This is what we do. Shout out to everybody in the chat too, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the show. Hit the like button and share the show, man. Shout out to all the visionaries in the building. Salute. It definitely is, Rob Mack. It is more to this. It is. On why the mom and the dad split. It is. You could tell. You could tell, bro. You could tell. Well, the article said that they broke up in 2007 after a 6-year marriage. No, 9-year marriage. Excuse me. It was a 9-year marriage. They broke up in 2007. 2007 was 15 years ago. If you subtract 15 from 26, he was 11. So when they got divorced when he was 11, Rob. And shout out to my man Ricky for putting that in the chat earlier. I know how you feel, Queena. My mom left my dad when I was 14. That really hurt us, me and my brother. I know. And I'm the only child. So imagine how it will hurt an only child. See, Ian was an only child too. See, he's an only child. And me and him got the same birthday. I don't have brothers and sisters. I don't. It's just me. Shout out to Hills In. He said, hit that share, like, and cash app. Appreciate you, family. Much love. What's up, Alonzo? Salute, family. Mike Biggs Boxing, salute. Let's get back to the article. The pair also has matching tattoos which read unconditional love in Aramaic. His on his shoulder and hers on her arm. That's husband and wife shit. Mother and father stuff on his shoulder and on her arm. Come on. We were taking Kabbalah classes. Huh? But I'm not surprised he a Capricorn. He into all that ancient knowledge and, esoteric stuff. We were taking Kabbalah classes, King said of the ink on the View in 2017. He said, let's choose 3 designs each and not tell each other which ones they are, and whichever one is matching, that's the one we're going to get tattooed. And we both chose unconditional love. Ian has often also accompanied his mom on red carpets. What did I just tell y'all? What did I just say? This man, he literally took on the energy of his father. Literally. It hurt him that bad. On red carpets? So you mean to tell me you couldn't even just pay to have a dude walk with you on a red carpet, Regina? Really? Ian has also accompanied his mom on red carpets, including in 2019, where he called her super mom while at the Golden Globes. So when he talks about his moms, he talks about her in a way of he loves his mother and he's proud of his mom as a son, but he's showing up with his mom like her husband. And this is because he has not received any healing from the broken family. You see? Because he's forced to play that role because of the broken family. So now he's left to make sure everyone else is happy while he's left to suffer. Because the things that really plague him, no one ever speaks to him about. Because we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. See, this is what you're told from the time when you're young. Oh, we don't have time to be sitting around, getting emotional and dealing with that. We got to make sure, these bills are paid and this happens and that happens and you're doing good in school and this, that, and this, that. So as you get older, time and time again, this trauma is pushed further and further and further deep, deep, deep down in your heart. And the only way you think you will become healed from it is you shield other people away from the trauma that you are faced with every day. And that's what he did with his mother. See, because that's the first person a son protects. He protects his mother first. He protects his mother first. You see? So this is why Ian stepped in this role the way he did, because he had to protect his mother. He had to protect her image. She's a single mother. She got divorced. He has to protect her image. He wants to protect her feelings. Now, this is some shit he's not supposed to be doing, but this is what a lot of us black men are left to do. And what happens is we grow up and we begin to live our life this way. We begin to treat our women this way because we end up getting in relationships with women that's like that. And we spend our lives wanting everyone else to be happy while we suffer. Because the things that we're suffering from is what we're shielding them away from. And that is what Ian was doing with his mother. This is what black men do. This is what we do. Let's continue. She's just a super mom, he told E! News. She doesn't really let bad work days or anything come back and ruin the time that we have. That's a lie. It's really awesome to have a mother who I can enjoy spending time with. He's exaggerating. At the time, King said Ian made her happier than anything in the whole world. Now, it's nothing wrong with that statement. But that's something you usually hear a woman say about her husband. That's something you usually hear a woman say about her husband. You see? Because usually when you hear a woman say that in person, she says it with a certain with a different frequency than if she's talking about her son. You know, usually when you hear a mother say something similar to that about her son or to her son, it's like, oh, son, I love you more than anything in the whole world. You know, it's something like that. Not happier than anything in the world. See, that's a little more intimate. But I can see why she felt like this, because look at the role he's playing. And he's doing this to protect his mother. His mother's a celebrity. Ian made her happier than anything in the whole world. He made his mother happier than anything in the world while he was suffering. This is what we do, brothers. This is why I say we have to heal before we build. Why is everyone else happy and we're not? Why do we seek to make everyone happy, everyone satisfied, Everyone's secure, but then we just sitting back suffering. And the way we cope is by saying, "Oh, okay, let me get up and go to work again and make sure these bills are paid. Let me get up again and make sure, my wife is happy. Let me make sure these kids got school clothes." And that's how we justify the suffering. That's how we justify the suffering, because everybody else happy, but you providing the tangibles and the intangibles, but you not fulfilled. You still feel empty. Why? If you not happy, no one should be happy. Yeah, I said it. No one that you taking care of. No one that's up under you. If you not, brothers, it's 2022. We have to get on this. If we not doing what we want to do to make us happy, nobody else should be happy. Nobody else's life should be easy. And I'm not saying that to say everyone should be suffering with me. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is stop neglecting ourselves. That's what I'm saying. When I say if we're not good, nobody should be good, meaning we should be good first. And we have to make sure that. This is why I say we're our own agency. That's the purpose of brotherhood. Brothers come home stressed from work. You got a brother you could call and reach out to. Yo, bro, man, these dudes almost killed me today, man. And the brother, this brother know that this is what y'all do. Because this is going to make you calm down and relax before you go in the house. Because when you come home, it's daddy's home. Daddy, can I get this? Dad, can I do this? Dad, can I do this? Babe, hey, babe. Babe, I wanted this. Babe, look at this with me. Babe, I was watching this. This is what happens. And you not good already. So now you got to come in and act like you good to be what? The problem solver. Because soon as you walk in the door, it's something to be solved. It's something that need to be handled. See? This is the importance of agency. Because your brothers are gonna make sure, okay, my brother go hard for his family. He makes sure everybody good. Let's make sure he good. My brother go and celebrate everybody. Make sure everybody is represented. Make sure he represent everybody. Who gonna represent him? Who gonna speak up for him? Who gonna give him his accolades in front of people? See, we got to do that for each other, brothers. That's agency. You see? That's agency, man. To make sure we good for the betterment of each other and each other's families. Because at the end of the day, we want everyone happy. Because it's in a man's nature to be selfless. We want everybody happy. We don't want people around us sad and blue. But it's time for us to make sure that we smiling along with everybody else. because there's no reason why we are making sure everyone else is happy and secure. And we're not. See, that has to stop, man. This brother was 26. He's 26 years old, man. Let's finish up this article. Well, that's the end. That's the end of the article. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Brothers, when I say we're our own agency, it is because if you haven't realized, man, since the pandemic, there is a huge influx of us taking ourselves out, man. And it is because there's no brothers there. There's no brothers that's going to say, yo, it's all right, bro. Calm down. Breathe for a minute. It's not a lot of us there, man. Now imagine you a brother like Ian, or such as myself, who's an only child. Now, even though my mom and my dad broke up when I was 5 years old, my father always remained in my life up until he passed away recently. So I know how Ian felt not having that relationship with his dad, because just me not being able to see my dad no more hurts me deeply. But I'm going to let brothers know something, man. Forgive your fathers, man. Love your dads, man. Love them anyway, man. Because he was once just a black man in the world like you are before you became a father. And he dealt with he had his own set of traumas. And he just probably never got over it. And as we live longer in our lives, brothers, we realize that some people just don't get over it. Some people just don't know how to deal with it. Some people just never figure it out. But we have to get a hold of this suicide issue, man. We do. We do. Because there's too many of us suffering while everyone else around us is smiling. But the only way that's going to happen is we got to heal, brothers. We got to stop running away from the elephant in the room. You see? And we all know what the elephant in the room is. I don't even have to say it. We know. That's why we try to use everything else to deflect from it. But since this pandemic, we can't run from it, man. It's been put in our faces 100-fold of what we got to fix for ourselves, brothers. And it's that person that's looking in the camera. We got to heal, fellas. I'm pretty sure Ian Alexander Sr. is going through it right now, man. Pretty sure he's going through it, man. And I feel for that brother. And condolences to that brother. Condolences to Regina King and that entire family. But I'm pretty sure, man, his pops is really feeling this, man. So, brothers, 2022, let's start working on fulfillment. Fulfillment. That's why you have intangible things, intangible things. You have internal things and you have external things. And we need to start working on merging the two, balancing the two. You see? Because as we know, Ian didn't have no money problems. Last thing he was worried about was some money. Last thing he was worried about was his bills being paid. That's why we got to balance ourselves, brothers. We got to heal. So shout out to everybody for tuning into today's show. I appreciate it. Shout out to Rob Mack. He said, Ross, we need that agency discussion. Let's chop it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Rob Mack. I will be bringing the let me just say this. Me and a couple of my brothers, we will be starting a podcast. We will be starting a podcast, man. We will be starting a podcast soon. Y'all look out for that. And we will allow brothers to come on and have these discussions with us. So stay tuned for that, Rob Mack. You know, I always appreciate your support, bro. Shout out to the brother Jamel Saladin in the building. Salute, my brother. Salute, bro. I appreciate your support. I always support your content, bro. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to today's show. You know, I usually don't go live on Saturdays, but I'm back. I'm going to be doing a lot more Saturday shows, you know, and on my Saturday shows, I'm going to be like reviewing more of things that's going on in the media as far as topics like this. And I may bring back my hip hop discussions because y'all do like when I speak on the hip hop stuff and break down the things that's going on with the hip hop and all of that. So shout out to y'all once again. Salute to all of the visionaries out there. Shout out to everyone who donated. If you hit the super chat, if you hit the Cash App, I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to all the visionaries once again. Shout out to Wild Bill. Appreciate you, bro. He said, preach, salute. Shout out to the A Game Nation for supporting this channel. I appreciate y'all. DS1 Ross of SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. And remember, brothers, we got to heal before we build. We got to heal before we build because we are our own agency. We are our own agency. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. This show is sponsored, and this channel is sponsored by A Game, a male herbal solution. A male herbal solution. Fellas, get down in the description box and join this A Game lifestyle. This is a lifestyle promoting optimal health for us men. It's a lifestyle that promotes optimal health for us men. It is for our energy. It is for our vitality. It is for our strength, and it is for our libido.
fellas, join this A-game lifestyle simply by clicking the link in the description box, and at your checkout, type in the promo code SHEEP and the number 10. That's SHEEP and the number 10. Get a discount off on your purchase.